then TH going up against Hawk in the other semi. We're going to have the players coming in. There was a huge roar from the crowd when Moon entered the room.
It's super cool, right?
It's just like they're split. These are like the two most popular almost, right?
Yeah. I think it's a super fun because the Korean player was actually getting all the cheers here. We're in China, and of course TH's tournament life is not on the line. But I guess Moon is just simply a lot more popular than Loliot, who did play fantastic in the last series we saw on stage. I mean, I don't know, Todd. My heart is kind of torn here. Like, obviously Moon advancing is very cool, but I'd also love to see Loliot advance because I feel like he showed us that he can do so much better than he did in this first series of this group.
We know one thing, whoever advances will be the most deserving one. Only 2 players in the world could make the crowd be split like this during a match in China against a Chinese player. And the first one is Grubby and the second one is here on your screen. That's Moon.
I think for you, Todd, they'd be pretty split as well. Oh, I see the
Not
pictures.
even close.
I see the nerds lining up here to take pictures with good old Joe and Todd Merlo. You know, you guys at home taking for granted, but over here, that's a pretty big deal. Go take a look at some of the facts here from Moon. I really don't think this man needs much of an introduction, and I know we've said that multiple times, but he's a member of the Esports Hall of Fame. I think he's pretty much the only artist. Is Grubby in the Esports Hall of Fame?
Not yet, but
he will be one
yeah,
day.
he will be.
But I think he's pretty much the first RTS player, well, boxer, I guess, as well.
Yeah.
Boxer got awarded, and I guess Flash is in the Esports Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was the one previous inductee.
So he's the first WC3 player.
So I talked to TH earlier as we look at his profile here. A lot of, I mean, to be honest, this achievement list barely do justice to the player here that he is. But yeah, I was talking to him earlier about the matchup and about Moon because Moon looked pretty darn good. He was able to win previously against Hawk, and he used Keeper in a lot of his games. And I asked TH about it, and he said, I think Keeper is weak. And Infi, he kind of echoed that in his series against Moon earlier. He looked very convincing against Keeper. It seems like the Chinese, they've kind of figured out how to play against the Treant monster, the Entangle monster, and they've done really well against it. So TH must be going into this match being confident. I kind of like, you know, usually I don't like delays, but now I kind of like it because Moon had extra time to think about this matchup, how to go about it, and then we'll see in a second if he's choosing to change things up entirely with maybe another first hero, or maybe, you know, he mixes in different creep routes.
That's what I'm going to ask you right now, though, Todd. Let's say the only thing that Moon has practiced in this matchup has been Keeper for the last 2-3 months. Would you really suddenly go Demon Hunter when you feel like Keeper doesn't work anymore and everybody else tells you, no, Keeper is done and the Chinese humans are too good against Keeper? Like, would you really go Demon Hunter with almost no practice?
I wouldn't, but you know who would? The 5th race, Moon. He's capable of anything. Like, if he wanted to, he could go for any hero that he thinks he can make work here. Obviously, like, the maps are a big factor as well. Like, we're going to be playing on Last Refuge up first. Definitely one of those maps where Keeper can be very impactful, but all alike you can go for other strong stuff like Warden. But yeah, again, Moon, the one main thing that he's played as of late has been Keeper, so we'll see here in a second with everything on the line.
I did see TH drop a map against Hunter, and that was on this map, I believe, the Demon Hunter and the Naga. They were able to catch him a couple of times when he was not ready. But guys, I know you've been waiting for it. It took a little while, but it's finally here. The last match of the group stage of Warcraft 3, who will determine who's going to make the 4th player to advance to the semi-finals. In the left bottom side, we're going to take a look at the main base of the man they call Ling 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 over here. All right, or we're going to take a look at Moon. That's fine as well.
Yeah.
We're just looking at everything at
The
once.
Observer is all over the place.
Yeah.
So, yeah, now in the bottom left-hand side, it is TH000 playing human, and in the red.
I love those headsets, by the way, Todd. He's got an eye on his headset. Don't tell me that's not the coolest headset. What? It's super cool. And he's also using the Sky Mouse.
Yeah, the Taidu with the pink keyboards. If it works, it works. You don't need to change that. TH000 opening with a standard wall here. I fully expect an Archmage first, even though at times he's been a little bit of a Mountain King user, but mostly on different maps like Terna Stand, where it can be even more strong than on Last Refuge. Whereas Moon, we get to find out here in just a second if it's going to be the Keeper that we somewhat expected, or if he wants to change things up here at all.
Wow.
Yeah, it's going to be the Keeper.
All right, Keeper once again. Moon still having faith in his build, even though he has lost twice with it against Infi. Obviously, on the other side of the map, we're going to see the Archmage first. We're not super shocked to see that. This is a very long map, though, right? Like Last Refuge, it's massive. it is hard, I think, for the keeper to always be out there on the other side of the map and be able to land those entangles and get stuff done. But I guess the early game is going to be super important. Let's see how flawless the creeping is. And hopefully for Moon, he picks up a couple of nice boosty items as well, you know, to that mana pool or something.
Yeah. Both players, they are going to start with, you know, creeping a little bit on their side of the map, and then usually they somewhat clash. Especially when Night Elf, usually after level 2, will move across the map and start fighting, unless what we saw from Moon on this map against Nifty was that he crept 2 small green camp on his side of the map, got level 2, and then crept his expansion. So if he were to do that again, I mean, TH can already somewhat anticipate it. TH is going to go straight for the mercenary camp by pulling the creeps away, which make it a lot easier to creep that camp. And I kind of like that, actually, because not only is it really strong and it can hardly be contested, but you can already get the Troll Priest from the very first minute, which is great against Keeper, and also allows you, like, the cooldown on the second Troll Priest will then reload even quicker.
And it's a lot of XP. Let's not forget about that. I mean, he's going to get a lot of XP. +3, a ring of protection for Moon. I don't think that's the item that he was dreaming of, Johan. We're going to take a look what... Oh, Vampiric Aura as well. I mean, that's going to be nice for the footman, right?
Yeah, the crowd made actually a bit of noise here.
Yeah.
They're like, oh.
Moon is like, XP don't? Where? They don't exist, right?
When you have like a whole bunch of footmen, even just like 5 or 6, obviously having a Vampiric Aura is going to come in really handy. Like later on, it's going to be a lot more about those range units, but yeah, it can be helpful.
You can always sell it, right? You can always sell it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can get some value out of it. So Moon was able to pick up at least 1 man to wow, claws of attack as well. TH is getting some sweet items so far. Moon on the other end, I mean, he's got one nice one, but it's a minor item. Definitely nothing that's going to decide the outcome of the game. The first entangle has landed on the footman, and that's official first blood for Moon, not including the creeps, of course.
He's going to die here in just a second, as the last fireball will be thrown its way. TH is like, I don't even need my Archmage to creep the X, but obviously will run back there in a second. And so Moon is going for a different creep route here than what we saw when he played against Infi. He's going to creep the mercenary camp after getting level 2.
This barracks actually kind of low, but now a couple of Wisp will show up to keep it safe. This Archmage already level 3, double claws of attack. The audience here behind us is like, oh.
I don't know if you guys can hear it, but as these items are being dropped, they're making some noise, which I like. Very educated crowd here.
No, and they're very passionate, right? I mean, we saw that before yesterday as well when they talked about all the games. Every game got like a little cheer, and then they're like, Warcraft 3, and like thousands of people went, yeah! That's like, it's amazing to see, man. I absolutely love it. Moon picks up the flute. That's obviously a great item for him. All of the ranged units are going to do a little more damage. So he's happy with that one.
They just cheered at the flutes, I think. I love this. I never saw this almost, I think, before in a Warcraft 3 match where like both players on their side of the map creeping and then we're cheering at the items that are being dropped. You know,
well, he already
like
sold Vampiric, by the way.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't need it. Don't care about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's all right to have, but I think he wanted to make sure he had staff in case he got caught or something. And also staff. Having Staff of Teleportation here gives you the capability of staffing across the map in case you spot something like a Tree of Life.
I feel like Moon, by the way, Jon, sorry, but I think he's pretty determined here to get some serious pressure on this expand going, right? Because he already summoned the Treants very early on. He bought a Troll Berserker as well. The Priests are doing some work on the first wave of Treants, though, and Moon not even getting close to this expand of TH.
And there's already 2 Troll Priests. This is what I talked about here. This is so ideal for TH because you can already start using Abolish on these Treants, and Archmage got a little bit of extra XP boost here actually, and now he still has 2 small green camp near his base that he can work with to creep, so he's gonna close in on level 4 very early in this game here, will TH, but Moon's moving in with the second hero. I'm gonna assume this is a Panda. Yes, he's gonna get in there. Breath of Fire, he's gonna have to be used on top of everything. Goes for just the Footman and the Archmage here.
Already has a ring, by the way, from the Keeper early on. I do think the Archmage picked up the little item there. We're going to take a look at how this will play out, because this is a very big moment for Moon already. He doesn't just want to win this fight, he wants to win it convincingly, so he can pressure the expand as well. Good micro there by Moon. Saves his Priest with almost no HP at all. He's going to try to save his Archer as well, and he saves the Archer too. Even though this Archmage is doing a lot of damage, Moon is not giving away any units here, Jon.
Yeah, Archmage is going to be forced back here, as it's below half hit points. But yeah, the third Archer escaped with no hit points. Now Militia is being forced off the line. TH already started his tier 2, so he doesn't mind that much having to use Militia here. Having the Mercenary camp is also going to be great. He already has got a farm there, so he can just keep on buying those Mercenaries as the sunshine will come and the day will begin at the end of the night. But yeah, already having an Arcane Tower in his Expo, like, it feels like all TH needs here is a shop, regeneration scroll, and he's going to be in a fantastic spot. But Moon for now is going to keep on pressuring.
Yep, Asians of Lore are close to finishing up. You can see a couple of those herd footmans in the back of the main base of our Chinese human player. I must say that looked scary for TH, but he handled it well, right? The AM was actually kind of low on both mana and hit points, but it was never in any danger of dying. And that expand thought, at the end of the day, it is up and running, and he really hasn't struggled that much, right? We didn't see anything of like repair being used on towers and stuff like that. So far, definitely so good for TH, and I'm sure that Loliot is watching this game somewhere, and he's like, all right, I can live with this game so far.
Yes. Of course, Loliot pulling hard for TH. He's got Loliot's tournament life in his hands here if he were to win.
Well, that keeper is taking a lot of damage, but man, that AM hits like a truck, doesn't it? Like those two claws, they have such a big impact early on. You know I'm a fan of claws. I always think it's such a good item to pick up, especially for these ranged heroes as well. Just getting a couple of those shots in, it only hurts so much more.
I gotta say, the Chinese humans, they've been so good at dispatching a couple footmen here and there, especially around the expansions of their opponents, to make sure they see whether it's going, up around the area, and then they can staff to it and get a cancel. Because the Night Elf buildings, they're really only very weak while they are building.
Whoa.
Once they finish, they're much harder to kill.
That was nice. He trapped a wisp there.
Yeah.
So he gets a free
Almost level 4.
Yeah, he's sick. And
These troll priests, they're gonna have so much mana all the time.
Yeah, and what are these treants really gonna do here? Look at that keeper, by the way. It's quite low on HP. I'm actually kind of worried here for Moon. This is a pretty terrifying little push. That's a great Breath of Fire, though. It connects with the majority of these units. The shop takes a lot of damage and is forced to cancel. Moon, that is... And I think he's in trouble here, Todd. I mean, he does have plenty of Dryads, so that's going to be nice. But look at that keeper, and without a shop, this is dicey. But I mean, at least I guess the creeps kind of help Moon out there a little bit, forcing TH to disengage.
Wow, that's a lot of Dryads being made here. Immediately upon seeing that, TH starts defend. He's got a Mount tanking on the way now. He's going to start a bunch of towers. I think he's realizing there is no expansion from Moon. And Moon might be committing to a lot of aggression here, coming very, very soon, because if you're not expanding, you're committing to a one-base push, which all he has to do is get ready for that, defend it, and be in a great position, already having an expansion running for so long.
Are we worried about the fact TH only has 100 lumber at the point? Like, he has quite a bit of gold in the bank, but he only has 100 lumber.
I think that's going to kind of fix itself. Like, you get the lumber upgrade from the lumber mill usually, and he probably worked a little bit on his peasant count. And it's also, he had to make a bunch of towers because he's worried. He saw like a ton of Dryads. So it's very costly in lumber, but yeah, the push will begin here from Moon. We have no expansion at all, which TH is scouting right now. The guard tower is so important. Moon gets the cancel just before it finishes.
No more energy on the mana, or no more mana on the panda, though.
Moon is committing so much to this now. This has to work. Mana will start the fight with no... the panda will start the fight with no mana.
And the keeper doesn't really have a lot left either. Good shot there with the Archmage. Picks up the Troll Priest immediately. The Mountain King starts showing up. The towers have both been taken out. But I mean, there are still a couple of neutral units there. That's quite a bit of damage. There is a health point, or health stone indeed, on the panda that is now being transferred to the keeper. These Dryads are getting nice and comfy on the Troll Berserker. A couple of Dryads do go down, but in the end, Moon gets the kill. Not suddenly the panda's in danger, but we have an invul pot. There is an invul pot.
Yeah, waiting for a long time before popping that. He wants to dodge the Stormbolt ideally. He's gonna fake it. Oh, he fakes it! Moon actually goes for the invul. I thought he was gonna call the bluff, but not quite. Mountain King still have a Stormbolt behind this. Maybe he transfers the TP and then TP's out. I don't know, because otherwise the Panda's gonna die.
Oh, Panda's in a lot of trouble. It's about to run out. I mean, it is
a
great... He does have the TP right now, and he probably wants to trigger it one more time.
And again,
the Troll Berserker
he faked the Stormbolt. Oh. And Panda gets level 4. Wow.
Yeah, Berserker went down, but it's still, I mean, 2 base against 1. Even though a lot of peasants went down, TH could try to rebuild those towers immediately.
Whoa,
and meanwhile, the Archmage shot went across the map. Almost feels like TH wants to cancel some of these potions, right?
Did you see that?
Moon is committed, man. Oh, we're close to a level 5 Archmage, by the way. Not that many units, though, on the side of TH. It's now or never for Moon. This is only game 1. A lot of gold in the bank, by the way. Mountain King does level up as well. But here is Moon one more time. He doesn't want to give TH any room to recover.
Oh, this is such a sick all-in. Like, I don't think I've seen this build before, but it's looking really, really strong so far. TH needs to hold on here. I believe Moon is bringing Wisp to try and detonate on these heroes, on this Priest. If there's not going to be any Dispel here, he got rid of all of the Troll Priest. If there's not going to be any Dispel, then
Wow.
Obviously, the keeper will reign supreme with the trance and everything. Wisp's coming in, and we saw Dispel being researched right now, but he's not going to finish on time here to really help early on in this fight.
Yeah, well, that's no more mana on the Mountain King, but the Panda did take quite a bit of damage. The thing is, though, TH has had so much money, just really hadn't had the opportunity to spend all of his gold, close to 1,000 gold in the bank. The keeper levels up once again. And it just feels like the human player is running out of units here.
Yeah, Moon is not losing anything. He's pulling back the Dryads here, making sure he saves everything that he can. Peasants will come off the line in militia form, but the Panda has so much mana as well. Already, he can use Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, use the mana potion and have one more combo. TH, I mean, he feels like he needs to defend at Expo, and that's probably right, but he just doesn't have enough. Such a brilliant attack here by Moon.
Yep, Moon is relentless with his aggression here. He will keep it on. A couple of peasants are very low in HP. He was thinking about a Breath of Fire there, I think. Yes, he's going to go for it, and he got a couple of the peasants. We saw the XP bar. Didn't get all of them.
Did he get a staff? No.
No, so he has to be
weird.
very careful, right?
Yeah, because he had the shop. He bought a mana potion. Having a staff here will make this situation so much better. The Panda will walk all the way back. Maybe he might buy Staff of Delhi. I don't know if he already had it.
That tower is not going to go
Heal
up.
up and
Takes a
then
lot of
come
damage.
back.
Oh, there is a Mortar team, though. Mortar teams can do a lot of damage. Stormbolt will connect with the keeper. This Mortar team does go down, but it got a couple of shots off. Another one showing up on the left side of our screen. Look at that AM, by the way. The Pandas all the way at home thought if the Dryads fall, a level 5 Archmage?
Yeah, I think he's going to be the next push that really needs to make a big difference. Like, Moon lost a lot here.
Yeah.
Maybe he should buy some stuff on the mercenary camp himself, because just Dryads, like even an Ogre at the front to tank damage from everything would be great. But obviously the Panda is still such a threat. Like, everything that TH is making can take a ton of damage from Breath of Fire.
More workers being pulled because TH
Yeah, Shadow 4 is there.
that he just needs to survive a little bit longer. Thought that keeper doesn't have a lot of energy, by the way, to
You might give the mana potion.
I mean, only 105 mana, and now you just summoned some Treants, so keeper pretty much completely out of it. I like the Elementals in the back, right? Because Dryads are not likely to go there, so the Elementals can actually stick around and fight for a little while. This is it for Moon. It's very, very important that this works, but I'm starting to really believe in the hold ability here of TH. He's getting an army that's going bigger and bigger. The Dryads are taking a lot of damage.
He's bringing Wisps here to make sure he can remove a lot of the mana here from these heroes. I mean, the Mountain King is the scariest one, but really if he gets rid of all of the priests, the keeper will be that much scarier. I feel like he should almost give the mana potion to the keeper at this point. If there is no priest, one more Breath of Fire lands on a lot of the units. The Treants were going ham in the expansion on that peasant line here for a long time. Mortar still trying to do what it can here. One more rifle will die. He's already level 5, and keeper is closing in on level 6 now.
I'm with you. I actually would love to see that mana pot being used right now. The Mountain King does level up as well, so you got to be careful. I mean, the keeper, as dangerous as it is also a flimsy hero. There is a bash.
Oh my god, the Archmage.
And Tango being used. He went for the Mortar team instead. That AM does a lot of damage. Oh, bash being used once again.
And he's got a Stormbolt.
Couple of trolls being bought once more.
Oh, he missed the detonate on the Mountain King. Those get it though. A second after.
Moon is getting close to breaking TH, but he doesn't completely get it. A couple of very low HP Dryads, and Moon will receive a round of applause from the people here. Look at how close that keeper is to 6. But Moon's item start, he's looking pretty empty on those heroes, doesn't he?
Yeah, and I mean, those Moonwells being gone as well is a big problem. He needs a clarity. He needs to use a bunch of clarity. I think a forward shop would have been very helpful.
I agree with you on that one. Because he actually had money as well, because he saved the majority of his units. And
he just used a mana pot. I think he knows he's going to get level 6 almost instantaneously in the fights. So the plan for Moon might be to get the Dryads and his hero inside of the army of TH, use Tranquility, and then because he's going to regenerate those hit points very fast, just try to take out, I guess, the back line.
Did he get the... Oh,
very
he picked
quickly.
up the cloak as well.
Yeah, tell me about how good it is in this game.
I mean, questionable, but right, it's something. A Ball of Magic being
Level
used,
6.
that's a level 6 keeper immediately.
And that Panda, it's got a lot of mana.
Yep.
I don't know if he has a mana pot, actually.
I mean,
That'd
the
be
heroes are strong,
pretty
though.
important.
This Mountain King's level 3, and don't underestimate level 2 Stormbolt. We saw TH get a couple of very good hero kills quickly early in this tournament. Drunken Haze being used, but the Breath of Fire is a little bit later. The Mortar teams are doing decent damage. This Mountain King is actually under a lot of focus fire. Healing Rain being used there as well. And TH is forced to transfer the town portal.
Yeah, Tranquility here coming in clutch. He TP'd at the expo? No, oof, I was like... So he TP'd in the main, and he has the shop there. So he actually can use a Scroll of Regeneration and kind of let his towers buy him some time. It's very hard for Moon to push straight into the towers because...
Oh, Panda, careful with your
I mean, even if he kills them, The towers are going to do a lot and buy a lot of time first and foremost. And TH is already back in position here to try and defend. He's been unbreakable in this game, Rotti.
Yeah, I'm loving TH's defense so far, Todd. Like, from time to time, it felt really hard and almost impossible, but he did a really good job positioning his heroes, never in a super dangerous position. I think he did a really good job in managing his mana as well on the heroes, and he's forcing Moon to disengage once again. And every single time this happens, guys, it gets better and better for TH, because he does have that expand up and running.
You know, Tranquility comes back very quickly, by the way. Like,
Yeah.
you might already have it up.
But
And
there's
you're
no
invulnerable for the first few seconds that you use it. So it's not like Mountain King can interrupt that. So it's really key that when you use that, you make sure that the opponent can't really get away and like you're close enough not to let him get away. That's why TH knew immediately he had to TP. Like, that was not a fight he was going to be able to do well in, especially because the Panda also was crushing him.
Yeah.
I feel like Moon eventually, like, he's going to run out of gold. He might just have to walk his main tree to his expansion.
The AM is checking to see if there is a Tree of Life being built anywhere, but that's not the case. AM is now going to join in the fight. This is far away from the towers, but the Dryads are actually pretty far in the front, though. They're eating some really big shots from all these riflemen, but the Panda does show up on the right side and lands an amazing Drunken Haze Breath of Fire combo. So this is pretty close, but I mean, TH is getting a lot of Dryads here, though, isn't he?
Yeah, the rifles are putting in a ton of work here. Piercing damage against Dryads is what you want. Although, like, a lot of units of TH are dying. I think he's out of Healing Scroll. No, he had one more. Stormbolt is going to interrupt the Tranquility. And it's all for that Panda to do the work. It's still got a mana potion, closing in on level 6. Must be just a few units away from getting that key level here. That maybe could save the game. He would have the mana also if he didn't now, unless he used one more Breath of Fire before that.
Couple of Treants being very annoying. Hey, take a look at that XP bar. I mean, Treants can obviously kill these patterns as well, and that will give XP. The Mountain King still taking quite a bit of damage as well. TA falling far back into his expand, relying on these towers. Oh, I love it. The Arcane Tower being used on the Panda there. Breath of Fire, Stormbolt maybe. Oh my god, the AM is so low on HP. And the level 5 Archmage goes down, and the Pandaren Brewmaster gets level 6.
And the Clutch Potion being used as well on the Keeper here just before pulling back. Moon, what does he do? Does he go home? Get enough mana to re-attack, or does he stay there and try and fight while the Archmage is gone and there's going to be a lot less mana regeneration? That Mountain King keeps on throwing Stormbolts left and right.
Elemental shows up as well, but a ball of magic being used immediately of these Dryads. But now, suddenly, these Night Elf heroes are a little underwhelming without any energy anymore. Bash going down immediately as well. That Mountain King, though, at level 4, if TH can get that level 5 MK, that Storm
He's going to get that now.
Will be terrifying, right?
He's going for it. Orange camp on the bottom right, and yes, I mean, it's going to be massive. Like we saw previously when Infi played against Moon, how important the Mountain King can be in zoning out the Panda, but the Panda's level 6.
Yep.
The problem is going to be the mana here. I think he needs like a ton of clarities, and he does just that. One clarity per hero, mana potion on the Panda, Dryads on the hunt for a couple loose units. He does catch a single Mortar and a rifle here. He's going to take some damage for it, but he's going to kill at least the Mortar.
Yep. I mean, doesn't even take that much damage, right? Most of these rides are still pretty healthy. I think the Mountain King went back to the expand now. Would be awesome to take a look at that MK. I don't think it's level 5 yet, but it's pretty damn close.
If he grabbed the camp.
Okay. We'll see what he did.
I thought he was close enough. He was like 4.5.
Breath of Fire.
That's a bad idea, I think, to go into the Arcane Tower. You just lose too much mana every time you do that.
Okay.
He can breath from here and hit the peasants. Yeah, he's gonna do that. Transforms immediately after. He wants to attack before the Archmage is there, so he's gonna jump right on top of this army. Oh my god. The one Panda with the Immolation here doing a ton of damage to the peasants. He needs to stay in there. And that Keeper doing a fantastic zoning job in the back.
Yep, and actually avoiding the Arcane Tower as well, right? That's very, very important for Moon. Mortars are getting a couple of big shots up though on the. Why are the Dryads attacking the Blacksmith, though? I guess they're trying to.
I don't know.
I have no idea. I mean,
that Mountain King took quite a bit of damage. Oh my god, these Pandas.
Yeah, the Pandas
going
are going
crazy inside of the army. So much army has already died from TH Moon with an insane strategy.
The AM is back.
Everything's gone.
Gotta be careful with that Keeper as well. It's basically just the Panda going absolutely crazy. Most of the peasants have gone down. TH still has a little bit of money in the bank. He still has his towers. Alright, the ultimate is finally over. Gonna take a look at that Mountain King. The Treants are gonna take care of that Arcane Tower as well. The ultimate being used once again of this Keeper. But the MK Dot has something to say about it. Well,
yeah, but he's gonna get Moon is gonna have to say something about that MK2. Chasing it down now. It's very low on hit points. Breath of Fire gonna be used. He's still got a mana potion. Mountain King going down very low on hit points. It goes down. And Moon, with an insane push, will win game number 1 here. With everything on the line, with his tournament life on the line. He nods, he knows He knows he's done it here in game number 1. That was amazing.
That was close as well, right? And I mean, such brave decisions of Moon to just go for it. This guy's like, that was a great game, let me get a selfie, man. Moon is like, all right. You know, next time don't ask me in the middle
Not
of
very
the series.
professional, but you know, I won the game.
Hey
Go
man,
ahead.
if you can have the opportunity to get a selfie with Moon, you just gotta jump on it, Todd. Just like Moon jumped on it. I loved it from both players. I truly mean that. I think that TH put up some phenomenal defense. I love how he fell back to the towers a couple of times, kept those towers alive. Imagine if that first guard tower would have finished up, by the way.
Yeah.
I think his life would have been a lot easier to begin with. It was just very cool, very close, back and forth. And I think those rings of protection on the Panda actually made that a pretty beefy Panda, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's already one of the harder heroes to kill for sure, but it helped a lot. It was so close. Like, if you take away, you know, like we talk about previously when Moon played against Infi, it felt like a lot of the small details were going in Infi's favor. That starts adding up. That's what creates momentum and puts a player ahead. And then suddenly, you know, you're in a position where you're just doing super well in the game and then just winning. That was the opposite now. Moon was just pushing so well, pulling back every single time when he needed to, never really overextending. So many super smart decisions were made in that game. Like, it's hard to summarize everything, but I feel like at the end, knowing to re-engage into this Mountain King before the Archmage was back was just so brilliant. And I mean, the Earth, Wind, and Fire of the Panda just cleaned up house.
I love this as well, because he waited, right, until the Stormbolt was in the air, and that's when he activated. So it's not just that he activates his ultimate, he also drains the Stormbolt from the Mountain King. And at that point, the Mountain King is looking not at one Panda, but 3. It's like, am I drunk or something? Like, Drunken Haze is hitting hard today, because I see 3 Pandas. Which one do you focus on? Like, it's impossible to kill all 3 of them.
Yeah.
And I love how he put the one with the Cloak of Fire or the Immolation in that gold line as well. So obviously, no mining anymore. All of those peasants taking that AoE damage from that Cloak of Fire. I loved it. It was a really fun game. Moon relentless, very committed, but never overextended.
Absolutely. Even catching like that one mortar and the rifle that he caught, this is key, because what counters what Moon just did is if you can build a big enough army. If you can get to 80 supply, it's basically over. Against a full Dryad army, like Panda is good, but it's not that good. So he always kept TH000 on a low unit count the whole game, kept on resetting, you know, the priest count. And TH even, like, he played super well against this. You're supposed to get mortar, you're supposed to get rifles and priests as well. And he was doing so well in the start. He had like all the troll priests in the world. He was removing all the trance. Moon was like, I'll stay patient. My Panda will do the work eventually. And when he kept on getting those trades and Panda gets level 5 and then 6, that's the exact way you need to have these things happen in order to win this kind of game.
There was one big fight though, which was like the early tier 2 phase kind of in the game, where TH was clearly waiting for his stack buildings to finish up and to start producing them, right? The priests, but he had like 1-2 priests, and then even the upgrade queued up as well. The mortar teams, I think they're all a little bit later, because he was forced to use militia a couple times. And even though like sometimes it looks like an attack of Moon might not be that successful, but forcing TH to use the militia over and over again, I feel like it really did delay the lumber income quite a bit, and it made it harder for TH to spend his gold. Because TH is good. We know that he can spend his gold if he has something to spend it on, but he clearly was kind of waiting for that lumber economy to kick in again.
Yeah, if you have a ton of gold and no wood, then you can't really do much in Warcraft 3. Make footmen, I guess, but they're terrible like in this kind of game, so they're not what you would want. I think maybe getting defend was a mistake. He saw a lot of Dryads. Like, he was always going to be bad, because he was facing Treants at this time. He wasn't going to have Dispel quickly enough. So wood-wise, you know, 100 wood to go into defend when you're going to stop making footmen soon. Maybe that was a small mistake, but I mean, we're nitpicking at this point. It was still a pretty good game, I felt, from TH.
It was very fun. Yeah, I think it was good from both players. I think they had a lot of good saves. And I think that final engagement there by Moon as well, like you say, I mean, that's just the experience that he has, right? To dive really deep into that. I don't think that TH expected it at all. He's like, he's not going to fight me.
I didn't expect it to.
He's like, he's not going to fight me near an Arcane Tower and a Guard Tower, but hey, that fight started like 30, 40 seconds before the AM showed up, or even if it was just 20, but that was enough to push that fight heavily into favor of Moon. The heroes, of course, carrying as well. The ultimate of the Keeper, the ultimate of the Panda. It was an awesome game.
I thought at this point here that we're seeing the highlight, it looks fantastic for TH.
Getting the cancel on that shop as well.
3 troll priests, but then suddenly Moon was like, well, you're pushing it to me with your water elementals, I'll abolish everything. And then this attack as well, that was fantastic. And do you see how TH, he faked the Stormbolt, forced the invuln, and then he faked the Stormbolt again and forced the TP out of the Panda. That was great by TH, but I mean, at the end of the day, his unit count kept on being reset, and once you've lost those first 3 Troll Priests, I mean, that meant the Panda was going to get level 4 super fast.
I really think that push that we saw before in this highlight video in the main base, if the creeps are not there, messing TH up from the back, I actually think TH gets a lot more damage down, and he buys a lot more time, right? It's not about killing Moon there, but it's just about buying time for his stack to kick in, and I really think that would have probably changed the outcome of this game by quite a bit. Here we can see the focus fire of these
that was the level
towers.
6 right there, so it's super important. Like, obviously killing an Archmage is nice, but if you get a Panda level 6 for it, it's like the dream.
And in the end, obviously, this MK, there was no saving it anymore. The Heroes of Moon just became a little bit too strong. That was still a level 4 MK as well. GG got called. Was a really fun one, very back and forth, but Moon keeps his dreams alive. Well, finally, winning a World Cyber Games. He's nowhere near there yet, but he needs to win this best of 3, because if he doesn't, it all ends here. TH and Hawk, Loliot and Infi will advance to determine who's going to be the WCG gold medalist winner of 2019.
And you know what? Last Refuge is one of those maps where I would say like humans doing quite alright against Night Elf usually. So for him to win that was very, very impressive with a very specific build, kind of like we've known Moon to go for. And so far this matchup has completely delivered on the hype. We're going to be heading into Amazonia here in a second, and we'll see if Moon chooses to play similarly. I mean, with the Keeper, Panda and a ton of Dryad still, it seems to be like the main style that he's using super well as well. I don't think we're going to be seeing a fast expansion though on this map.
And he clearly, I mean, you can see that that is the build that he loves, and if you can make it work on the first map, there's a good chance that on Amazonia, a slightly smaller map, but also a more wide open map, that is keeping it even more pickups done, and with Moon's micro, the ability of maybe microing Dryads in these wide open areas as well, could be very, very sick.
I expect a very different game though, because like we saw from Infi, you're not really supposed to expand on this map as humans, so I think TH will play similarly. Let's jump into the game here as we're on Amazonia for this map number 2. Starting at the bottom left-hand side of the map, playing as the blue Night Elf. He's up 1-0. It's a legend of the game, Moon.
A legend among all games. Even if you've never played Warcraft before, you gotta know Moon. On the right top side, we're taking a look at the main base. One of the best human players of all time. It is TH000. I'm always confused when I overhear Chinese conversations and they talk about Warcraft and they're like ling ling ling, and I'm like, what? Zerglings? Where? You know, when Zergling invasion? They're like, no. Apparently 0 stands for Ling.
Yeah.
I've learned at this tournament.
And yeah, don't know, we say TH mostly.
Yeah.
I don't think too many people say 000. By the way, I just saw Remo in the reflect of the window of TH. Shout out to the Back to Warcraft guys. They've been really fun to hang out with here. Doing a great job casting those games as well.
I love those nerds. They're so passionate. They love everything. They can get excited over like every item, every spell that's being casted, every unit that goes down.
I do wish Remo would finally drop his notes when he does the interviews, but other than that, they're pretty good.
Let the man make some notes, though. Be happy that he's making notes. Imagine if he's just winging every interview.
Yeah.
They end up talking about Battletoads. You don't want that, do you?
We've got enough of that in esports, yeah. So Moon's going to head across the map here for his scouts. Very interesting actually against Keeper. If you send a footman across the map, that footman is usually dead against Entangle. So a good way you can scout on this map as human is while you're creeping the lab, you just throw a Revelation on the other side of the map. On where you know that the opponent will be creeping his lab as well, and then you'll see whether it's a Keeper, Warden or Demon Hunter. We'll see if TH goes for that. He might be so certain that Moon will go for Keeper that maybe doesn't do that. Actually, I see a unit moving across the map, so he will still send the footman. The range on Entangle was reduced, so you can still dodge that Entangle if you're fast enough with your reflexes, which I'm not. But
and once again, the sick thing is, and correct me if I'm wrong, Todd, but if Moon wins here, then they're literally playing again tomorrow in the semifinals, right? That's pretty crazy. I mean, what a weird scenario, right? It's like, a lot of people will say like, oh, you know, for TH this doesn't matter that much. It's like, well, I mean, does TH really want to play Moon in the semifinals of the World Cyber Games? I can imagine a better draw for myself, even though, I mean, obviously everybody that's going to make it into the playoffs is going to be sick. I guess our Russian is a small underdog, but I'm loving it, man. I'm so happy for Hawk that he's played so incredibly well this tournament, and he did it off the back of a couple of great victories as well, especially the human versus human between Hawk and Infi. Probably my favorite series of the tournament so far. It was really sick.
If TH wins here, he plays against Hawk tomorrow, who we did beat 2-1 so far in this tournament, but I mean, Hawk has looked so good. Like, there is no easy draw in the semi-finals, that's for sure.
There is not, but I would still like to avoid Moon. Something about the name, man, that terrifies me.
So Claws of Attack and Cloak of Shadows here from Moon. Ooh.
Feisty,
TH has been getting some pretty good items.
feisty Archmage already. Yeah,
Even last game, remember?
the double claws.
Yeah.
And Vampiric, which he sold immediately. Imagine if he still had Vampiric with that very first push.
Okay, this is very unusual, by the way. Sorry, but like usually you would look for the human units. Moon is like, I'll go straight for your peasants, and not having an Arcane Tower here, this is going to make this a little bit of a struggle. Are we going to have an early game base trade here? TH is headed across the map for the counter attack. It looks like Moon wants to pull mercenaries from the top left-hand side. I see him setting up with some units maybe.
Micro so far by TH, I want to say it's pretty good, but he starts to end up losing a couple of these peasants. This is obviously really going to hurt his stack, right? Don't forget what happened last game, guys. There was a lot of gold in the bank and not enough lumber, and this actually could become similar, but now at the same time, TH is going for the main base of Moon. Obviously, it has a lot of HP, but you got to respect this, right? Moon's going to come home eventually, and he noticed
he had a choice here. Either he cancels the tech and buys the Shredder to defend against this, or he TPs back home. So he's going to TP, but his firepower is actually not really that high. You know, he can entangle stuff, but he needs archers. He needs actually physical attacking units to make sure he can defend against this. He's going to summon some Treants.
There's still Treants active in the main base, by the way, of TH. We can see in the mini-map. They're still being annoying. I mean, TH did a really good job in at least saving a couple of these peasants. He lost quite a few. But Todd, he's going to have no lumber at all in Tier 2 to build Tier 2 buildings.
Yeah, I don't know if he killed a bunch of Wisps, but he must have maybe killed one or two.
I feel like they're all over the place, all across the map. The days that Night Elf players put their Wisp in the main base, I feel like are long gone.
You know they know every single spot now as well, right? Where you can't even attack them.
You can't see them, you can't attack them. But, I mean, the one thing that TH has going for himself here is that I think he's pushing out quite a bit of damage, right, on these Night Elf units. And don't forget about these Moonwells, you know, they will not be full forever. So this is very annoying. He's going to put 3 Footmen on the Tree of Life while it's still tacking up. Obviously, he's not fighting back. And Tango has been used on this Archmage, though. Is there another Tango available? I don't think so.
Yeah, he does have some Moonwells to work with. I mean, Moon is just buying time here for his second hero to get there. He didn't want to click too early on these Treants.
Are we starting to get worried about that Tree of Life, though?
Yeah, that Tree of Life is going to start hitting back in a second. As tech is finished. Dust was bought here, so TH is very close to level 3. I think if he kills 2 or 3 archers, he gets it. You can't lose any unit, Moon.
Wow. And Moon doesn't have a shop though, right, Todd? I don't.
No, he doesn't.
Maybe on the right
but
side.
he's about to get second hero here. He has the gold.
I'm actually kind of worried here for Moon. He's been taking quite a bit of damage. Now these Wisps.
Ooh, an archer died here.
Soaking up some shots as well. These Footmen are forcing Moon to micro. The Panda has been picked up though in the middle of the map. Imagine if TH buys a Naga here. Is that possible? Alchemist.
Wow. And I believe this is for acid bomb, so he can kill these archers.
Or for a healing spray, because he just never wants to go home.
Yeah, actually. With that many Footmen. And I guess his Archmage was already somewhat low.
He's just keeping the pressure on here forever, Todd. I mean, if that AM does get level 3, there is still no shop, guys. These Moonwells are starting to look pretty empty. Healing spray is going to keep these units healthy. The Archmage is running forward as well. It's like, heal me too, please. I'm the real MVP of this army.
I like this detonate, actually. You remove all of the mana here from the Archmage. Remove the Water Elemental as well. These Footmen, they're finally going to die eventually here.
Yeah, that Tree of Life finishing up is actually super nice.
Yes,
so
Dust.
He can finally start hitting.
Yes, Dust on the Archmage, but had to run away.
I think he's worried about the Keeper. I think the Keeper has energy for an Entangle.
Yeah, maybe not sure what to go for.
Yeah, so
ideally, you would have liked to get level 3 before, but TH didn't quite let that happen. Healing Spray being used yet again. He's pulling back the Footmen, except this one. This is going to die.
Okay, the Footmen are starting to run seriously low now. There is an Ancient of Wonders there, by the way, guys, so this is very important that if the heroes would start running very low, Moon could actually buy some potions, and I feel slowly but steady, Moon is finally going to send TH home after picking up almost all of these Footmen. And Todd, even though it looked like Moon was in trouble, maybe Moon was never really in trouble because he saves the majority of his units, and don't forget about all the economic damage he did to TH on the other side of the map.
But remember, he had to use a TP though, so that's something very important. That means he won't have one, and because of the way they've been, slugging it out, it's going to be a low econ game. I like that TH said, you know what, I lost a bunch of peasants, I'm not going to have that much wood, I'll just get a Shredder and fix any wood problem I ever could have had.
I'm totally with you. I love that Shredder going pretty crazy, and all you need that is to be up and running for like a minute or so, and then you indeed never have wood problems anymore. And obviously, because he needs a couple of those peasants to build these buildings as well, obviously that would hurt even more if he does barely have anything on wood. So very good choice. 2 claws, by the way, on this Keeper, plus 12 damage. Moon actually taking away quite a few creeps of the center of the map, and these are always very nice creeps to take away.
He went for Trance level 2, by the way, instead of Entangle.
Maybe he feels like the priests are going to be very late. Panda will level up as well, but TH is here.
Moon's going back home to buy more clarities.
How
Or-
impactful do you think this Alchemist is going to be? Because I really felt the main reason why he got it was to keep that push alive forever and ever until the Moonwells would be completely drained.
No, I think it's still pretty good. It used to be like you almost would go for it every time.
Yeah.
Back when the meta was, you know, Night Elf also gets an Alchemist second. I think Healing Spray and Acid Bomb synergize pretty well because Healing Spray is like you need to actually be using it and standing there using it, whereas Acid Bomb is something you cast and it's already there, it's already been used. It's not channeling. So I think it's okay. It's just like a different way to play than with Mountain King.
All right, we'll see how it plays out. Obviously, this is still one base against one base. Treants were being annoying in the main base.
Like think about it, last game the Panda did so much damage with the Breath of Fire. You can actually do a very good job healing against that without having to buy healing scrolls all the time. You're not going to have Stone Bolt, but you add more sustainability to your army.
Tango being used on the Priest there, but the Priest is obviously going to heal itself up and will stay safe for now. I mean, I really like the fact that Moon was able to get a couple of creeps with the center, right? Especially getting some creeps on the north side there as well. Even though TH eventually pushed him back, I think on a map like Amazonia, which, yeah, there are still a lot of creeps left, but eventually these maps, they do often get pretty much cleaned up completely. So it is very nice to take away any creeps you possibly can from the other side of the map.
TH is trying super hard not to let that Panda get level 3. Oh, Moon already made the building upgrade, I think, also. And like Moon is doing such a good job dancing around and avoiding him. Sends some trance across the map to keep him busy as well. He can just pull that camp back. If he gets engaged from behind, it's kind of bad, but I think Moon will see this coming and then run away. But yeah, the Panda is getting dangerously close to level 3 here,
Yeah,
which is the
Keeper
key
is
level.
Keeper is going to be out of
Oh, he brought
range
it-
here, so it's all energy here for the Panda. But
He brought the Shredder.
Yep.
This
he's
is a
going
massive
for it.
push.
Oh, I mean, these Treants are going to go get picked off as well. The Panda's in an awkward spot, isn't it? Is there a staff on the Keeper?
I don't think so, but he can just run on the right side.
Yes.
Moon's not going to engage before that happens anyway. That landing shield's very dangerous. She can put the Panda in the middle of everything with that on it. Moon's going to go again for the walkers, I think.
That's
But he doesn't have a TP, right? Yeah, he used that in the start of the game.
okay. Do you think that
He sees a Panda coming, he's like, what the?
Do you think that TH is going to turn around? Or do you think
He's
that
going to have
TH
to, he's going to have to TP.
A couple of these peasants, by the way, are quite low on HP. This could become a level 3 Panda here, guys. 1 or 2 peasants. But
They're gonna
TH
base
is going to
trade?
go for the main base almost immediately.
Yeah,
Why
cancel
not?
the tech. You have to cancel the tech here. You need to repair that with everything.
The Shredder is sick here, though, right? Like, does actually quite a bit of damage.
TH saw the Panda and he reacted so fast. He's like, I know what's happening. I know what you want to go for. I'll just go for the counter attack. You want to kill my base. It's going to take you longer for you to kill mine than
The
for me to kill
Shredder!
yours.
The Shredder and the Footman. Now Moon is down portaling home. There's a lot of Wisp here, so he can drain some of the energy. It's going to be an aggressive down portal. Surrounds the Archmage with his down portal. Why not? The Alchemist is going to try to keep it alive for a little bit longer, but TH, I think you're going to have to down portal here, my friend.
Yeah, and he kills as many units as he can here just before using that. Alchemist will try to keep everything alive as it can. That was a nice salvage by Moon. But at the end of the day, I feel like for TH, it wasn't that bad. Like,
Right. And he was forced to cancel his stack, remember?
Yeah.
So no tier 3 here for Moon.
and from there, I mean, that Panda getting level 3 here is the key. And that's exactly what... He's already moving across the map. TH, he didn't even use a regeneration crawl. I think he might not even have a shop. He's like, I cannot let that Panda get level 3. I saw what happened last time when this guy get high level. So he's moving in position to maybe try and prevent that around the expo, but he has to go and defend against this Keeper. Moon, this is so smart. He's luring him away. And now, okay, he's going to creep jack?
I think
Oh, this
that's
is
a bit
so sick.
risky by Moon, though. I think Moon should be focusing on defending right now, not
There's
on creeping.
so many mind games. Like Moon knows he needs to get level 3, so he goes for this, but now TH is going to spot it. What does he do? Does he go for the main base? Does he go for the creep jack?
The Panda's already level 3, though, Todd.
Yeah.
I don't
Moon
know.
got engaged by
I
the
think
creep.
this is actually quite risky by Moon, because now one of these Moon is going to take a lot of damage. Obviously, I do think Moon's army maybe is a little bit stronger. I'm not sure how useful the Alchemist is going to be here. That shop on the right side, super important. Dryad is being rallied into the units. The rifles will gun down this Dryad immediately. That's a sweet little pick-off before this party even starts.
Okay, so TH is going to have healing spray to work with, but I don't know if he has any healing scrolls, which are going to be needed here against this Panda. And Chateau 4 is going to come back to tank some of the damage as well. Panda is going to have to put in a ton of work here. He won't have the mana to use both Drunken Haze and Breath of Fire.
I'm actually a bit worried here for Moon. He lost 3 Dryads already since this fight started. So that's going to add up quite a bit. This AoE is doing a good job in buying time, but it's going to go down here as well. I think the Dryad count simply isn't there. And Moon lost a Moonwell. Don't forget about that. Look at his gold right now, Todd. 650 gold. And that Shredder is going to town on the second Moonwell as well. TH is doing this masterfully.
Yeah, he's kept so many units alive the entire game. Up to 60 supply against 38. This is just a massive difference. The tier 3 not helping Moon at all here in any way. Might have to buy a Shredder himself here to, spend some of this gold.
Does he still have the shop here on the right side? He does, right? On the bottom side, I guess, of this. No, where is it? Okay, I think he's running it away from the army. Yeah. Yeah, I think he's like afraid. I think he was running it away. He's like, I can't lose my shop here. Moon lost that second Moonwell as well, so he's once again supply blocked out. 40 out of 40 against the 60 supply of TH. Moon does have the stronger heroes. Look at his shred. He's like, no, you're going to be supply blocked forever.
Put me in, coach.
Yeah.
I'll kill some wisps.
Moon.
And I've seen this game many times from here. It just feels like you can't kill anything. The priest keep on healing everything that gets Breath of Fire on top of, and the healing spray saves the rest.
Shredder did finally go down, so that's nice. But now another Moonwell. That's a lot of juice in that Moonwell as well. Would be awesome if Moon can at least get some mana out of that. The Panda's like, give me mana. Okay, and does drain it in the end. But the Dryad count is so low, right? That's a lot of 3 in suddenly, though.
Yeah, Alchemist is low on mana, actually. That's the last healing spray in a while here. So it's going to be for Panda again to do the work.
Healing scroll on the Archmage. Oh, use your healing scroll.
Oh my god. He's going to die.
Oh
Moon
my
gets it.
god.
But can he hold on? So now nothing has brilliance. Moon still has the shop down there. He needs to buy some potions. Mana at least. He's going to use just that in the middle of the army. There's still so much left over. I mean, he did kill the Archmage, but the massive army of TH is still present.
The Breath of Fire is real, though. A couple of archers, very low on HP, hiding there. One archer does finally go down.
Those drives are sitting ducks down there.
Yep. That Keeper is low, by the way, as well. Alchemist will level up immediately. Obviously, more experience for this Alchemist right now. Only 37 supply. A Mountain Giant being queued up. Alrighty. That's going to take a while. Ambitious. Yeah. Ambitious.
Yeah, this army is still not dying. The Panda needs to keep on using Breath like non-stop, but it's so hard to have the mana for it all the time.
And the rifle's okay. This Alchemist is starting to run low on HP though. This spell being used immediately. Healing spray being used as well. Breath of Fire. The Alchemist starting to run really low. Can the Panda and the Keeper get the job done? The Dryad is slowing it as well. The Alchemist is so freaking low. The Archmage will not save it in time. I guess he rebought his Archmage in the middle of the map, right?
Use his Sentry Revive. He was like, I need it now. I need to have enough mana. Panda will get away. No,
one more hit, just one more hit. There's Boots of Speed on his AM, and that's the Panda going down. And that is a massive pickoff. At this point, it's basically the Keeper against the entire human army.
Yeah, those Giants can't come soon enough, and the Altar will be going down momentarily if he wants to. Okay. And there's no Whisper on the middle to rebuy that Panda. Yeah, I mean, I love how he starts the Panda. He's like, yeah, maybe he doesn't see because it's burning. Doesn't see that I'm remaking it, but that's never gonna happen.
The Panda will not pop. And TH with relentless pressure. In the previous game it was Moon attacking over and over again. This time it was TH from that very first push to the follow-up to the
got an orb.
Yeah, there is. I mean, that's one way to spend your money, right? I guess he got a lot of money back because the Panda hardened skin is close to finishing up. But I mean, Giants, it's gonna take a long time before these Giants go down, but TH is like, you know what? I don't really care about your Giants. I'm gonna kill everything else.
What's up with those rifles?
He actually has it surrounded.
Yeah, a couple of tones here would be good. But even Moonwell wise, like he doesn't have that. I mean, he's remaking the Altar. Wow, that's gonna take like too long.
That orb is doing some work though.
Yeah.
The
problem is the priest. Actually, those priests don't have that much mana. If he makes more treants here, and they're able to fight for a while.
And the Keeper have the hold of a lifetime. The Giant eventually will start running low as well though. And they are obviously amazing at soaking up all the Moonwell juice. Keeper is gonna run circles.
TH is already through, but he wants to win here against Moon. He's fighting back in that game number 2 with sick push. Wow, I can't believe how action-packed those games have been. Really not that much creeping at all.
On our left, by the way, there is Loliat. He's looking very, very hopeful right now. Big eyes to the screen. He's like, yes, TH, keep doing it. He's like, oh, Keeper is so good. Never mind, that's my own race. Keeper is fine.
The one time he's going to cheer for Human.
Yep. He's almost falling over. I mean, TH will not go back, Todd. And these these Giants, they've done some pretty decent work. That Keeper with its orb, by the way, has done the majority of the work here.
I'm surprised he's not entangling. Like, there's no mana on this priest for this spell. You can see it.
I think he's just very, very careful with it, right? He probably realized that he needs more and more time TH saving a couple of units as well. 2 giants running seriously
Oh my
low
god,
on
he's
HP
pushing
now.
back.
There's another giant popping up, but the level 3 Alchemist is going to rejoin the party though. What's happening with that Panda, Todd? Is that Panda being rebuilt anywhere?
Probably restart. He wants to restart it from the altar that he remade.
It's now, at this point, it's basically 1 giant and a keeper. That's kind of what this is. The other giants are seriously too low to fall.
And we're at the beginning of the day as well, so it's not like those Moonwells are going to recharge very fast.
And don't forget that shop is in a very awkward spot here, right? That keeper is actually not close to it. And Tangle being used, a couple of taunts being used as well. Now the giant's taking a lot of damage, and I think these giants will go down. Healing spray will be here as well. GG is called, and we're getting a game 3.
TH fights back here with a very specific push that was designed to defeat this exact strategy that Moon went for.
This admin is a glory hunter, mate. Game 1 is all over Moon. Game 2 is all over TH.
Game 3, they're all over each other.
I hope so. I mean, if that means nothing but battling, fighting back and forth, you can see Moon looking pretty stressed. I think Lolaya just left the building. He can't take it anymore. I think it's one of the most nerve-wracking things, right, as a player, when you don't have your own fate anymore in your own hands, and you have to cheer for the other guy.
Absolutely.
A lot of fans. We see Remo in the front line. He's dancing.
He's vibing.
He's feeling it. And I mean, obviously, how can you not be feeling it? I think this has been a very good series so far. And like you said, not a lot of creeping. My kind of Warcraft, Todd.
I mean, I prefer creeping personally, but I definitely enjoy action-packed games like this, where they really just get into each other's face and they just keep fighting, fighting, and fighting. I gotta say, I'm surprised this worked so well, because this is not like a typical build that you would see usually going for Alchemist with Healing Spray, a ton of Footmen, and then just attacking, and saying, I'm gonna make you use all of your Moonwells, kill enough units to get level 3, and then put you in a position where you just can't level. After game number 1, TH was like, all right, those high-level Night Elf heroes, we've been there, we've done that, no more. But obviously, it's very map-dependent. On Amazonia, you can really prevent people from creeping big camps from early on by playing as aggressive as they both did here, in TH in particular. So it's going to go down, I feel, to stylistically in the last game to what map it is.
It's Echo Isles, Todd. I remember that because I looked at it and I was like, we haven't seen Echo yet. But I'm totally with you. Like when I saw him pick the Alchemist, I'm like, all right, you know, this is going to be nothing but fighting from now on. And even though he did a really good job in putting a lot of pressure on these archers, a little bit on the buildings as well, and on the heroes, when he didn't get that many kills and he was forced to disengage, I'm like, man, I think that Moon has done it. Like I feel like the first push was probably the scariest, but I love that Shredder. First, I love it to get his own tech up, right? Because he obviously lost a lot of lumber. And then I love that Shredder just going to town on those Moonwells. Supply blocking Moon over and over and over again.
Shredder brings in so much wood as well. Like they do one trip from the trees back to the tunnel. You're like, all right, I'm set for a while now. I'm good. It's time to use that bad boy for the attack. And
it
that's
was
exactly
useful.
what he did.
And it was very, very useful.
So much. Like it just felt like he had so much, and he wasn't really losing anything. So eventually he found himself on 60 supply against 38. I know it's not StarCraft, but the soup does not lie in Warcraft 3 either a lot of the time. Even though I guess it's more of a game where it should, because the heroes are a lot of the time more important. But the heroes of TH just countered the ones of Moon so well here in this one.
I just love it, man. He didn't skip a beat. He didn't give Moon a second to chill. And I was kind of surprised. Like I feel like Moon should have maybe kind of figured out what's happening here with how aggressive TH was. When he forced the town portal, Moon is like, you know what? I'm going to send my keeper to the north, so I'm going to rest a little bit. Meanwhile, I'm going to creep with the Panda. And TH is like, no, you're not creeping with the Panda. We're going to fight again. And I think it caught him off guard a little bit. We're going to take a look at some of these highlights of this amazing game, too. This relentless aggression of TH. Even though he was forced to chill once or twice, he never stopped attacking Todd.
Yeah, you know, actually the first TP that he forced, I think that was a mistake, because TH was always going to TP on time. I think maybe going for Priest might have been better. But obviously, again, you know, it's easy to nitpick from there, but so many crazy fights here. Killing that and then just getting out, I mean, this is exactly when he needed here to stay in this game for longer, but then the Archmage eventually caught up to this Panda, and if you can kill a Panda level 3, you're doing pretty well usually in this kind of game. But that was a slugfest. They just kept on fighting for so long and non-stop, and now we're all tied up going down to the final map here between these two on Echo Isle. A map that I would say definitely favors TH probably a bit more, but Moon is Moon, right? At the end of the day, if he's able to pull one more of these crazy builds that he's known for, even maybe he doesn't even need to. Just have the perfect execution on one single game where you maybe expand yourself. The thing about TH on this map is that it's so solid. This is one of the longest standing maps on which Human does really well typically, I wonder actually, how does TH creep? Does he go for the Merc, I'm thinking it's going to be a keeper so he can counter well, or does he creep the expansion directly, which he's been known to do for the longest time? Like these Chinese humans, they love creeping the expansion first and taking it.
I mean, Echo Isle is obviously a smaller map, and even though there are quite some creeps here, this is one of these maps where if the players do battle once and they disengage, I feel like the map gets cleaned up almost immediately afterwards, right? I think the only thing that gets kind of awkward in general are the turtles in the left bottom and in the right bottom, but it's really hard to take that creep camp away from the opponent. That almost never happens.
That comes in consideration very late in the game as well.
So I feel like it's often about the two camps in the middle of the map, right? Who gets the Ogre and Magi, who gets the item there, and then I think the Goblin Merchant can have a pretty big impact as well.
The creep routes, build orders and openers here are going to be the important thing going to map number 3 between these two players. Going to be playing on Echo Isle once again.
Moon was looking tense there. I was looking a little bit angry as well. Here we go, guys. The final map, Tournament Life, is on the line for this man, the legend of all legends when it comes to Warcraft 3. In the right top side, taking a look at the main base of the man who's chasing that one title he doesn't have yet, Moon.
And his opponent in the top left-hand side in the reds, a legend human player, TH000. Initially a random player.
Yeah. He looks very chill, right, when he's playing games in general. TH doesn't have that many emotions.
He's a pretty chill guy. You know, like, oh, he's going for a neutral here. Oh my god. TH is opening barracks first.
What?
So he's going to be the one taking some creativity to Moon here. He's going to be going for the late altar, which is what you get when you want to go for a neutral hero. There is a lot of possibilities there as to what he might do. Like the Chinese humans, they've been throwing, you know, some crazy Tinker first attacks or expansions. Naga first is something that they can go for. Maybe do something completely crazy here.
I'm just looking at Lolaya, Todd. And he's like, what the hell is going on?
We always talk about Moon's creativity, but TH is pretty creative himself. I was just mentioning he used to be a random player, then he played Undead for a long time. He was immediately one of the best Undeads in the world. And then he switched to human eventually. He's very capable of playing any race. Very recently he was playing some Night Elf in tournaments when playing against Undead and Orc, and still beating the best in the world. So he knows very well how Night Elf works, and in this case he's going to try to use that to his advantage. Very important that Moon scouts this actually with the Wisp, because then you know that you need to scout in the center for that tavern to know what hero it is, and then you can already start preparing for what's going to come.
I'm not sure if Lolliot is feeling it, Todd. He's a bit smiley, but awkwardly smiley, and he's shaking his head a lot.
I'm in danger.
He's like, really, TH? Neutral hero over here with my tournament live on the line. Obviously, Moon. Hey, Moon didn't see the altar yet, though. It saw the footman.
I think he saw it. I mean, if you see the timing on the first footman, it's a big tell already. I feel like he should know.
And he's got a Wisp in the middle of the map as well.
Yeah, he's checking for that.
What's it gonna be, Todd? You said Tinker?
Yeah, Tinker's possible. Naga.
Okay, and the audience is loving it here. They're like, whoa, Naga. I mean, Naga is kind of a flimsy hero, though, right? Like, I'm actually a little bit worried. If he gets out-creeped here by the Keeper, things can get very dicey. And Naga also a hero that's very, very good in running out of mana.
Yeah, I mean, Archmage in comparison is a lot more of a passive hero that can't really catch. Oh my god, this is... I can't believe this just happened.
Man, this is going to be a painful creep, I think.
Oh, don't tell me they re-engage into the crypts, because that would be really bad.
No, they're coming towards the south. A lot of ensnare being used.
These units are going to take a ton of damage here. So yeah, I was saying Archmage is a lot more of a passive hero, where you know, you can fight head-on, but you can't really chase very well. Whereas Naga with Frozen Arrow and Forked Lightning can do a ton of damage to, you know, any units that are trying to fight nearby. And the Chinese humans, they've kind of like, I don't know, like invented this meta where with Naga where sometimes they do it on Twisted Meadows, but then they play very aggressive with it, you know, to kill archers, to keep Night Elf staying back, you know, even against something like a Demon Hunter. But now in this case, it's a fast expansion from from TH, sorry, which Moon will know about immediately because he sees from what angle TH came towards his side of the map.
Do you like the double AOW?
Yeah, I think it's good. Actually, I thought he was going to creep and tech, but he went... Oh my god, he's going mass tier 1.
Yep, he's going Hunts and was like...
He might AP push as well. Like, there is some units already down there. Are these Wisps?
No,
okay, there's our Treants. Okay, he wants to kill the peasants, which is the best thing you can do. against a human that's fast expanding. If you can kill even just 3 peasants, you've already put in a ton of work.
I don't think that's gonna work, but he might get some damages on the tower.
You know what's usually why it's bad to go for Mass Tier 1 like this and push? Because there's water elementals. And you know what there isn't going to be this game is water elementals, because he went Naga first.
Yep.
So this could work very well for Moon, but it's going to be, I think, some sort of an all-in. Because it's going to be very hard to transition out of this.
This is a very interesting dance, right? Like every HP matters, guys. It's not necessarily always, well, Naga does level up there. It's not necessarily always about, well, Militia coming in from the north side as well, about getting kills, but just putting pressure on units, getting units low HP can already have a very big impact on the next minute of this game.
He's keeping TH low on wood as well, which is very important. Like, you'd love to be mining as much wood as you can here early on in a game like this. I wonder if Moon's going to AP push here.
There's one peasant, very low HP. The Treants want to get it, and Treants do get it.
If you just attack with full hunts, I think it's very hard to break this position. Then again, you can, maybe with like 5, 6 hunts. Again, there is no water elemental.
Shop in the middle of the map as
Clarities are going to be so key, that's why.
Yep, Moon is going to be very, very aggressive. He's going to bring a couple of wisps as well, Todd.
Oh, and he got a staff, I love this. If he runs out of mana, he can staff home and then run across the map.
TH wants to creep. I don't think Moon really wants to give him this camp.
Oh my god, he pulled the camp, but Moon will buy the mercenaries. I think he sent a wisp there. That would be so sick.
There is a wisp behind it, but...
Okay, he didn't buy the oh, he buys one. Oh, this is...
Yes, Moon...
TH did the work for him. This is a very important troll berserker. This is not gonna die.
Danger.
Let me spoil it for you.
Bird's being used now as well on the wisp though. Hey, that troll berserker is taking some damage, but the keeper is coming in from behind as well. That Naga, like I said before, it's a flimsy hero.
Oh my god, and that wakes up the creep. TH has to TP out of there.
And
I think he TP'd at the expo, but Moon will be looking to re-engage into this. Naga now has no TP.
I'm worried about that Naga, Todd. I'm very worried about the Naga. Hunts are very, very beefy. That Naga is in trouble. I feel like it's kind of cornered already.
And there's no piercing damage here from TH to really get rid of these Huntresses. They're barely taking any damage. Entangle gonna be used. A bullish from the Troll Priest just before going down. Naga looking to try and get out of there.
He actually sort of gets out of there. There's no...
Yeah, but I think TH can just attack the towers.
And that's exactly what he's doing. These Hunts are fierce. And they have a lot of HP. One Huntress is very low on HP. I think the tower may have gotten the less hit there as well.
There's no piercing damage. That's the big thing. Footmen are not that great against Huntresses.
Because Moon bought the Troll Berserker, right?
Yeah.
That's so big.
That was so smart.
Oh, that keeper, by the way, is getting very close towards the Naga on the minimap, guys. There are two little things.
We'll see it on the screen if it dies. I guess that's the best shot we got.
Staff is being used. Where's he going? Home, you think?
Yeah, he's staffing home or to the shop to get double clarity.
Okay. And making it nice.
Oh my god, the Naga is close to the keeper. Whoo! He might be seeing it. He has ultra vision. I think he sees it. I think the keeper sees the Naga and he's gonna chase. Oh my god.
Maybe.
Yeah, but then if he doesn't get
No,
staff,
you get. Oh my god, can he get out of here, Todd?
he already bought the staff,
He's
so there
waiting
shouldn't
for
be a
town
staff
portal.
available.
He's waiting for town portal. No, he bought the
No, but
staff.
there is no town portal. It's not there yet. Town portal only comes in that day.
Well, he's in a lot of trouble then, Todd.
Yeah.
He just
Okay,
lost.
if these towers finish though, oh my god, and it's so close to finishing. He might have to AP push. Whoa, 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 Moon, Moon, Moon!
Oh, not paying attention. Takes a lot of damage on this Troll Berserker. It lives with 9 HP, believe it or not.
Oh, he rebought Naga in the center and Moon saw it because he had a unit there.
Yep.
So TH knows.
That Footman is not giving up, by the way.
TH knows that he's been spotted.
This keeper might have to save. Or the Hunts are going to save it.
Oh no, he didn't. No, never mind. I thought he did.
I
He
mean,
just remade the Naga back at home.
the longer this goes on, the better it is for TH, though. With those towers finishing up, Moon being tier 1. I mean...
The Troll Berserker is going to survive, I think. Oh my god, he's one
there's
shot.
another Footman.
That the Footman.
That's the Todd Footman right there. He's getting jebaited by the Wisp.
Okay, so Moon actually killed that one Footman that was chasing. Oh, this is so important to cancel this if you can do that. Where does Moon go from here? Unless he AP pushes. Okay, he's going to attack.
But that's a
Ballistas. That means Ballistas, I think.
We'll keep a close eye on it. One hit finally, but these Hunts are already, by the way, quite low, right?
Oh wow, and the tech still hasn't started. I think he's about to start the tech.
Okay, there's a
blocking.
Hunt that's gonna block. I feel like he just wants to get that Naga again. Like I said before, this Naga really is not a very tanky hero at all. Okay,
He's just gonna go for foot. I think getting level 3 would be so useful here.
I mean, these Hunts are almost invincible.
And
right?
he gets level 3 just now. Oh my god, quite a bit of mana as well. 220, still close to the shop. Might grab a clarity on the way. Troll Berserker in the middle of Footman. TH is getting chased around the map right now.
But I mean, Moon is gonna get a couple Footmans here. Oh, this Naga's taking a little bit of a beating, but it does get the info pod, and it gets the boots of speed. So that's nice. Once again, guys, if you just joined us, Moon's Tournament Live is on the line. Moon needs the win here. If Moon does not win this game, he will be eliminated from the tournament.
And Moon's actually going to expand off the back of this, so he's happy with the
Surround.
damage he's doing. He's like, you don't have an Archimate first, so playing a legit normal game will be hard from there.
I love the audience. They're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. No! Too early, guys. Oh!
He's going to get... he's like, all right, enough.
Yeah, Moon's like, I've had more than enough. The audience.
Got him.
Yep. He's loving it as well. This troll is going to get slowed by the Naga. Quite a bit of money in the bank here for Moon, but he's obviously waiting for his tier 2 to finish up. TH still at tier 1.
Oh my god. Oh no, he started on tier
Okay.
2. Whew, I was like,
expand.
this is bad.
Yeah.
So usually behind this, TH won't stack finishes. He will go for the similar type of army to what we saw before, where he gets rifles, priests, most likely mortars as well. Whereas Moon, I mean, what does he choose to go into? Does he go into bears and then just expands so much later than his opponents? It's going to be an interesting choice that he's going to have in front of him.
I would definitely like the double Ancient of Lore here. I think that would make a lot of sense. He's going to stab home one more time. Maybe drain these Moon Wills a little bit. I must say, Moon has done a really good job in keeping a lot of HP on his hunts as well, right?
Yeah.
They've been in battle for quite a bit, and I feel like maybe one hunt went down.
Yeah, but also there was no piercing damage.
Yeah, no,
that
of
helped
course.
a lot. And the Naga died.
But still, I still think he did a good job.
Might want to creep that with like this, just a couple units. Gets the Panda now.
I don't know if he should be pushing too much into the towers though, right? Maybe he just wants to creep jack and apply some pressure to the main base.
Yeah, these rifles are gonna die if the keeper can get close enough, because there is no troll priest and there is no priest to remove entangle.
There is the double Ancient of Lore going up in the main base of Moon.
He's making himself. Oh, he went for Al upgrades, so he's gonna get quite a bit of vision from this, unless TH decides to actually put in the extra effort of removing these, which you can attack the tree once with the peasant.
I still like it though, taking these creeps away. We went over it before. I think this is a tiny map. Every creep you can take away from your opponent's side of the map, I think is pretty massive.
He's creeping the Panda too on this side of the map, and he's gonna creep the Expo, which is just the keeper, I think, in a second. This is really sick because, I mean, he could have done it the other way around, I guess, but it's still better like this with the Panda because his entire army is there. He can actually fight the army of TH if he wants to.
Even though TH's army is not as strong, TH doesn't want to give the middle up that quickly. This Troll Berserker is in a little bit of trouble though.
He's gonna deny. No,
Fork Lightning, finally level 3.
he would have been denied otherwise, I think.
I really like that TH is here, even though I think the Naga alone is not something he can really achieve too much with. But just make it a little bit harder on Moon, right? Just don't give Moon everything. The Keeper shows up now as well. One hunt did get picked up there. And now forcing Moon even to use a Breath of Fire.
Oh god.
But that is a good item, of course.
That is the best item you could find. Periods. He's actually moonscraping his Expo at the same time with just some units in the tree.
Yeah, that's the right way to do
And
it.
TH is about to scout it with some footmen down there, I think. He's got 3 footmen.
Oh.
He might stuff the Naga there if he thinks he can do some damage, or maybe even steal the item.
Oh, level 4 Keeper already. Jeez, that's
Does
pretty
he
sick.
staff there? Oh my god, if he staffed the Archmage, he could kill the tree. There is no Wisp nearby to repair. Does he staff the Naga or Archmage? Oh my god, this is so smart. Water Elemental. This could be key here for TH to get the win. Moon is gonna have to hit as many trees as he can. He's getting engaged on the other side at the same time.
Do you think he can get it though? That's not that much DPS.
If you attack with the Archmage, yes.
Oh, well, he's not going to, Todd. He's going to end up losing these footmen
Wow.
instead. The
I think
tree
he would have had
will
it.
live.
If he put everything on it, I'm pretty sure he would have had it.
I think if the Naga would have joined in as well, then I'm definitely with you.
Well, I think he was better
Hey.
to staff the Archmage.
Oh, come on, Naga. What are you doing? What? Why is that Naga so silly? It has boots of speed as well. I feel like it could have forced out at least a healing scroll there, no?
Yeah.
Oh my
Perhaps.
goodness, that was some poor movement.
Double healing scroll was actually taken already here from Moon, so he's... Oh my god,
Man, there's AOWs
he's
everywhere.
bouncing left and right, creeping camps, making sure he doesn't take any damage on his units. Keep is gonna start, or castle, for TH to get fragmentation shard mostly.
I'm kind of worried here for TH, just because I don't think there are that many creeps left anymore. This is what we went over before. He can maybe give this AM level 3, but it's going to be very hard, and he really needs to solo creep everything with the AM. Meanwhile, Moon is actually going to pick up one of his own Huntresses. Doesn't want to go into upkeep too quickly.
Nobody liked you anyway.
Never needed you. This hunt was never my friend.
To be fair, this army is pretty terrible against small towers with fragmentation shard.
Yeah.
Like everything will melt, but obviously...
A level 5 Panda though, Tots?
I'm guessing that for Moon it's gonna be bears being made for a very strong front line here in a second. He went back down to 50 supply to make sure it doesn't break up keep too early.
Taking a lot of damage. What does he pick up? A Ring of Region there.
Good item, I think.
Not that bad.
No, I think it's pretty good even. Because like Panda will always take damage at the front and then he can regenerate hit points faster. Even now, while he's creeping, it was actually helpful.
Yep. For sure, I'm with you.
Damn, keeper
We'll
level
see.
4 already.
Yeah.
Hey, we
Please.
forgot Lightning Shield, I think it was down there.
Okay.
That would be pretty good on a Panda. That'd be Dispel.
See if maybe TH can pick up a Tome of Experience, and Dangle connects with this rifle here, and that means okay, there is something there to save it. A Priest on the left side, well done there by TH. Would love to see if TH got lucky with a Tome of Experience or something, because I feel like that's kind of what he's gonna need to. Like
He's sending Militia down. Oh my god.
He's very out-leveled, isn't he, Todd?
Does he think he's being engaged or?
Oh,
Yeah, and he's being engaged in fact.
The Huns are here, the Riots are here. There are a couple mortars though, so that first rifle will go down immediately. Fork Lightning does a lot of damage there.
Wow, he used Shadow Melt so well here.
Oh, the mortars! The mortars!
Oh my god, TH is so smart. He doesn't need the dust. He's gonna explode these Huntresses with the mortars here.
Yep,
there's nothing Moon can do about it.
Going down, and that's Huntress number 3. All 3 Huns went down. No need for dust of appearance here.
Don't try to hide from me.
Those are very important kills though, because like Moon otherwise could have eventually decided to sacrifice his units himself.
He keeps on catching reinforcements.
Yeah.
This is very important. Like TH should have been at 80 supply already, but instead he's at 69 now because Moon keeps on putting in work and catching some of these reinforcements. Again, catches a mortar. The priests are too far away for Dispel. He might even have staff already to save this, but no, couldn't quite get it.
It's got like a hit squad. There is a Gyrocopter scouting on the other side of the map, taking a look at how far along
my god,
is
Moon's on
Moon
52
exactly.
supply.
Yeah.
If TH pushes now, which it looks like he might be doing, this is going to be really scary.
It's going to be hard. I mean, we've got a very, very scary Panda, though, with a lot of energy. Alchemist joining in the mix as well. Well thought. We saw what he likes to do with the Alchemist in the previous game. I think the moment that this shows up, we know that it's going to be nothing but aggression from now on. And Moon, where are those bears? You need them. I do like that he has the 2 AOWs here, though.
Yeah, that's going to buy some time, but Moon needs to break up keep. He needs to break it right now. 59 supply is getting Bear
upgrades.
Master.
He can actually
upgrade.
produce 2 bears at a time because the upgrade is not done yet.
Sick.
Yeah.
He keeps on catching stuff like this.
Yeah, but I mean, he kind of needs these units at home as well, though. Like, I think it's awesome, but he needs these units at home, Todd, because he really doesn't have a lot. And those AOWs that were supposed to buy time, they're not buying a lot at all. The Keeper is going to do its best. The Orb is here. Alchemist is going to be in a little bit of trouble immediately. Takes a lot of damage, but hey, there is Healing Spray.
Yeah, there's 2 bears. Moon is going to re-engage. Here we go. He's going to come in from behind here with the Dryads and Huntresses. Tries to jump on top of the Mortars.
Every shot hurts so much. These mortars are putting in some serious work. Inner fire being used here.
Oh, he needs some
well.
wisp. He needs some wisp really bad against this to remove some of the mana. Here they come. They're going to detonate in the middle of this entire army. TH doesn't even try to split at all. I guess he moves the Naga a little bit to the left. Militia joining the fight here against the Bears. Like, what are you guys doing here?
Sonic gets very worried here for Moon Todd. This bear is super low on HP. The Alchemist did go down. The Keeper and Panda are still going crazy. There is a barrier that's going to use Rejuvenation on this Troll Berserker. Another Breath of Fire will connect, but Healing Scroll being used immediately. The supply is still heavily in favor of TH. If Moon loses here, this would be another year without a World Cyber Games victory.
That Panda is putting in so much work. He's kind of running out of mana right now. He's going to transfer the staff, send that back home so that he can heal, get back to full mana to come back. Knight low on hit points. There's so many peasants. It feels like the attack is running out of steam a little bit from TH because he only has low level brilliance. He's going to TP out of there before he loses everything. And Moon with a fantastic defense almost gets a whole bunch of peasants just before sending TH packing. Panda is now level 4.5. And Moon took his expansion much later than TH, so if he can keep that alive, and I'm going to assume there's going to be a follow-up push eventually here from TH, Moon might be able to do this, but right now it's 80 supply to 54.
They're both running to the shop, by the way, trying to pick up maybe a heal scroll or something, anything that's available. Moon is going to creep. You could see, by the way, after that battle, there was a big sigh of relief by Moon in the left bottom side.
Oh, I think TH got the scrolls, and then he staffed out with the Naga.
No, I think you're right. Very important here that the towers don't get any of these skills. Every XP point matters now. This Panda is going to get level 5.
Oh my god, this is going to be a Creo versus Sky remake, yeah, I feel like. With Moon having some clutch holds. And eventually maybe getting a level 6 that would save him. Of course, I'm referring to a WCG finals where Kyolofus was on the verge of death against Sky for so long. Eventually got Demon Hunter level 6 and then won. Oh wow, he's so close. Oh, he still has the green camp. And actually, Keeper is very close to level 5 as well.
Oh, yeah,
I don't think he can get both, but maybe.
It's got the tiny one here.
Kill one Murloc, get Panda level 5, pull back with the Panda, get level 5.
Yep, there it is. That's level 5 for the Panda. The Keeper can come back right now. At the same
He's trying to
time
get a scroll. Oh my god, he's going to get caught. I think he has staff though. Nothing can cancel the staff.
Oh!
Oh, he didn't have stuff.
No,
okay,
no, no.
Panic sells something.
No, if this does not gonna work, right?
Where's
no way
the
you
flying
get out.
machine? Oh my god, the flying machine's far away.
Yep, it's on the right bottom side, but he's not gonna get out of here.
Oh, he's trying to dispel it.
But he's not gonna get out of here,
Oh
though.
my god, he knows it's here.
Mortar being used.
Flare.
Oh no, keeper.
He's gonna have to TP. Oh my god, that was so important. Moon.
And he was forced
He's
to
on
sell.
73 supply now, so he's kind of evened out the supply. He's gonna need great usage of wisps, I think, to win this fight. To really remove as much mana as he can, in particular from those heroes and spellcasters. I guess the water elementals not that key.
I mean,
That
it's
was
hard.
bad.
Yeah, it's hard for these wisps to get close against the Naga, though, right? The Naga is pretty feisty.
That panda is gonna have to do all the heavy lifting, all the carrying in the world. Moon's setting up from behind, I think, with some units. I don't know if those are wisps, but he's gonna send them in. Here we go with engagements. Moon's tournament life on the line here. He's gonna come right in there, the panda. It's time for some breath of fire. Wisps detonate on so many of those units, but the alchemist still has some mana left over. Scroll of protection is gonna be used. I think Moon needs more wisps. TH says you wanna bring your walkers to the fight. I'll bring the police from behind as well.
Panda still has a little bit of energy, could land another breath of fire, and it connects with everything. All of these units are so clumped up, but bears are going down on the top side. The hunt goes down as well. These mortars are destroying the dryads. I mean, the heroes are stronger from Moon. The army is a little bit stronger of TH, and Tango connects with the AM. Moon will get the kill on the first of the 3 heroes, but eventually these Night of Heroes will run out of energy, right?
Well, actually the keeper still has quite a bit of mana. The priests are out of mana. The panda is cleaning up house. Still got enough mana for one more breath of fire here in a second. And TH is running out of heal. Moon, is he really doing this right now? Invuln being transferred at the last second.
Oh my god, that's so close.
The alchemist gets saved, but the next breath of fire is going to be deadly. All of these units are red. I cannot believe this. Panda might even get level 6 in the middle of this. He staffs it out. Moons wants to play it safe. He's chasing TH0 away right now.
Yep,
Oh my god, Moon, you absolute beast.
Oh, the panda! The panda is back and once more wants to land a breath of fire. It can kill almost everything. The archmage is back as well. Maybe one healing spray could be very useful. You need to heal up this army. And that is exactly what TH did. What a ridiculously close game with Moon's tournament live on the line. It is a must win. The Naga levels up. Is that a level 5 Naga right now?
I don't know, but one more got caught and sniped here. He's going to have
Oh.
to staff maybe the panda once again. One more breath of fire gets used. It's now night time, so Moon will have some Moon wells to work with. Goes for the alchemist. He's going to force a TP out. That's going to buy him so much time. He can get right back to a higher supply. I mean, obviously this army of TH was still pretty scary.
Are you
And he's
kidding?
high in numbers. Absolutely epic games here between these two.
One mortar does get a tangled gun. I don't know what I'm watching. It's so close. It's so tense. And you can almost feel the tension here in the audience as well. There are so many Moon fans in the house. They don't want to see their hero, their favorite player, go home yet. But Moon is going to have to dig very, very deep. Yes, he's got incredibly scary heroes. Yes, that panda is close to level 6. But that army of TH is still bigger. And these holds are becoming very, very expensive.
Yeah.
If you think of all the items that Moon is forced to buy.
TH knows that if he doesn't attack now, it's going to get harder later when Moon makes sure that he gets right back to 80 supply.
What's that?
And I
on
hope
the
Moon
minimap?
replays those wisps that he used, by the way, because he's going to need more in the next fight.
A Dryad run by?
They're trying to buy time.
I feel like that's
It's
like
fantastically done because he's sending him back right now. Actually, TH trying to corner those Dryads.
Yeah.
If Moon gets back to 80 supply, I actually think he's going to be in a good position to win this game. So TH is a little bit
I mean,
overzealous to come back just for this. I feel like he should have just attacked the Expo of Moon and say, all right, I'm not going to give you time to get to a lot of supply because right now, that bear count is growing. Panda is so close to... Like, it's hard to imagine this Panda not getting level 6 in the next fight.
And don't forget about these Moonwells, right? They're regenerating as well, collecting that energy again. Moon is trying to pick off a unit, I believe, with his Dryads on the left side. We can kind of
TH
catch
is
a
like,
glimpse of that
here
on the
we
minimap.
go again.
Yep, another healing scroll into the arsenal and scroll protection as well.
Yeah, last time he waited until the wisps had detonated and then used that. I loved this use here.
Yeah, the wisp flank was kind of cool.
I think removing the mana from the heroes is almost like the most important thing as well.
I'm surprised that this alchemist is already level 3. Huh?
He has to come in from behind with the wisp though, because if he just sends them... Okay, he waits until the Fort Lightning is used. Moon, you need wisps to connect inside of this army here with some good detonations. Breath of Fire being used on top of the mortars. He goes for the more fragile units here to try and kill it. Healing Spray is going to hit the back of the army. Some bears are going down. Wisps need to remove all of the mana. Moon, you absolute beast. Are you doing this? Breath of Fire being used yet again in the middle of the army. Healing Scroll. And there's no more mana on the Alchemist now.
No.
Mana is out on Naga as well. Only the Archmage has a little bit of it. Keeper, a little bit exposed. He needs to stand back. He's going to target it. He transfers the staff. And Invul.
Invul pot being used, but now this Panda's taking a lot of damage, Todd. This Naga is packing quite a bit of a punch. All the Dryads are gone. One bear on the top side.
Show us the Heroes Observer, or we'll go back there right now.
I don't know what happened. The keeper is trapped. The
my
keeper
God.
is trapped.
And TH knows he's gonna go for the hunt down there.
Oh no. The
Oh, he can
Panda's
stop
gonna
it,
try
maybe.
to save it. No, the Wisp. Okay, now, but now the Panda gets level 6. No. The Panda gets level 6. That keeper is absolutely going to go down. But can the Panda just kind of win the game? Ultimate being used as well. Todd, are you absolutely kidding me? When is his keeper finally going down?
And I think TH might not even have TP here. He's going to lose everything. He goes for the keeper. I mean, he's going to get it, but at what cost?
He's got TP.
Alchemist gets a level.
Naga has TP.
Oh my god, TH choosing to stay here. He's taking so much damage on his unit. Smooth's going to be restarting that keeper in the meantime, no doubt. TH trying to get rid of this bears here. It's actually not too bad considering he's getting smashed by triple pandas right now. The bear does get away.
Okay, he actually transferred the talent portal to the Archmage right now, which I think is a very smart move. AM is very low, but I mean, Cyclone being used once again. TH is like, you're not going anywhere. I'm going to kill
ultimate's
all
almost
of these
over.
units.
It's going to be one panda here in a second. He's going to have to run away. Maybe one breath of fire on his way back as Moon mined out his main base entirely.
I mean, that Archmage is actually, he has to be careful with the Archmage, right? That Panda's so strong.
Moon is down to 50 supply. TH.
Oh no, only 1,000 gold left in the gold mine.
Yeah, but I mean, this is all about this army right now that's doing enough on this side of the map. Moon still has a bunch of bears left. He's going to have to defend that expansion.
Breath of fire. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire being used. Doesn't connect with the AM, but it does connect with everything else. TH, I really don't think you can take this fight, my friend.
Yeah, there's some Wisp nearby as well to help if you wanted to. He's like, you know what, I'll fight even before my keeper is back in the fight.
The Knight goes down as well. That rifle is taking a lot of damage.
He's like, hey, Tom, why not?
The Elementals are pretty sicky, but a Dryad shows up. That Panda once more, Todd. This Panda has been an absolute game saver here, a tournament saver for Moon. Both Elementals go down. Panda getting close to level 7. Why not? And these human heroes are forced to disengage. And once again, guys, 500 gold left in the gold mine of TH, and he did not get that Tree of Life.
Okay, what does he do? Like, he's supposed to be the one attacking behind this too, because Moon surely has a couple thousand golds left on his expansion. So I feel like TH is going to have to mine out this base, maybe pull all militia, go across the map for one final push, which, I mean, against the Panda level 6 is going to be so hard to pull off. You don't even have gold for
info pot or something. I don't know.
For that many, it still has a TP. Actually.
I would almost sell my town porter here.
Yeah.
I know it's crazy as
because
that
it's
sounds.
one last push. You can't. If you TP out, you've lost.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like,
but then again,
crazy.
maybe he thinks like his hero gets targeted, he cleans up most of the army, and then like he can come back somehow for next attack.
All of these Wisps. Fork Lightning, by the way, could be Matt. No, that's not the Fork Lightning you were looking for. And he doesn't have a lot of mana, by the way, on the Naga Sea Witch
Wisp
at all.
are gonna come in. There is no Fork Lightning right now. There is now. Can he get the Wisp?
Nope, he doesn't really get it at all. Dispel will connect with a lot of these heroes, and the Priest and Sorcerers.
Oh my god, all of the mana is gone.
The Naga is forced to use the Scroll of Healing immediately, almost gets surrounded. But Todd, this Naga is going to be forced to town portal out. There is the Keeper showing up as well. No, it's not yet, but now he can just entangle something else. Yeah,
this Breath of Fire is going to hit massively this entire army here. TH, he cannot even remake units behind this. He's completely out of gold.
Wow.
He's just going to tap out.
Wow.
And Moon advances on to the semi-finals. After one of the most epic series I've ever seen, taking out one of the best human players in the world, TH000. After some absolutely crazy games, I mean, wow.
Yes, exactly, Todd. Just wow. Sometimes, I guess, we say it best if we say nothing at all. Some magnificent holds by Moon in this series. Absolutely clutch hero saves. Great focus fire. I cannot believe that Keeper, Todd. That Keeper was dead. But it took down so much of that human army, using the ultimate as well in the corner of our screen. You know, we talked about that spot. It doesn't come into play very often. That Keeper knew it was dead, but it bought so much time, and it allowed that Panda to just destroy half of the human army. Some epic games, very, very sad for Lol Lion, but fantastic for a lot of people here and are massive Moon fans.
And you know what?
We're gonna get it again on
tomorrow. This series was an absolute treat, but we get it again tomorrow. In the semi-finals, they're going to rematch one another. It's hard to hate on this format when you get games like this and then you know that these guys are going to have to play again. Like, it's a very rare format to have round robin, but it made for some most exciting games and scenario here, down to the last series in this round robin. As Moon impresses the fans here, yet again.
Down to some of the final fight stuff, like multiple times. I think Moon was so close to falling. but he just wouldn't give up ever. That first push looked scary. All of it looked scary, but Moon was able to hang in there. You guys can see it. I mean, first he was stone cold. Now he's letting go of a couple of those smiles and a big sigh of relief as well. Absolutely awesome Warcraft 3 action today.
And that means we lose low light, sadly. I mean, we did have to eliminate some players, to be fair, but yeah.
No thought. Another round robin in the playoffs. I don't care how we do it.